Hello everyone, this is John from Civil Center. Welcome to our channel. As we know, Civil Center is continuously working with a vision to guide civil engineering student and professional. And for that, we keep making videos on different software and on different topics related to civil engineering field. So, as I said that I am going to start a series on Tekla structures. And in last live session, I have discussed about what is Tekla Structures and why it is important, what is its use. So if you haven't watched that video, then you can just go ahead and watch that. And I have also guided you over how you can modify the grid lines. And what we are going to do in this session, we are going to discuss about the columns. So on like a large scale, if we say, then what are the different things that we will cover? We will cover how you can model a concrete column. Then what are the different types of the concrete columns that are there in the Tekla structures. Then we will discuss about the rectangular columns, the L-shaped column, the T-shaped one, then the circular column. Okay, so we are going to discuss each and everything about the columns, how to change their colors, how you can just modify the lengths, breadths, and the height. Okay, so we will learn each and everything about the modeling of concrete column in Tekla structures in today's live session. So guys, if you think that this is going to be useful for you, then you can hit the like button and you can also share it with your friends and colleagues so that they can also join the session and they can have the benefit of this free course. As well as if you want to join our professional training, then in the description box you will find the link of the Tekla Structures recorded session and you can also join it from there. Okay, and if you want to join some of the other trainings also, then you will find that there is an option of registration link for the live classes and you can just go ahead and join over there. Okay, now we are going to just start learning the Tekla structures over here. So I'm just going to share my screen and let's see how many of the viewers have joined me so far. So right now I have 3 viewers with me. So viewers, if you think that this session is going to be useful, then you can simply hit the like button, and if you have any question related to Tekla structures or even the civil engineering, then you can simply ask it over here. Okay, so this is a series on the Tekla structures in which we are going to do the detailing. And over here you can see this is our interface. So I have already discussed about what is the interface, what are the different things that we can do, and here is you can see one of the model in the Tekla structures. So we will learn about all these things also, but in today's session we will basically stick to the column. So let's like model a column first. So in the Tekla structures, a lot of people are asking whether we can do the analysis or not. So in Tekla structures, you can't do the analysis. For that, we have Tekla Structural Designer where you can analyze and design a building. But over here, we are going to discuss about the modeling portion. So the basic aim of the Tekla structures is to do the detailing and finally save the reinforcement in the multi-story projects. And guys, if you have any kind of question, you can simply ask that in the comment section, and you can also hit the like button. And just to make this session useful for others also, you can simply just want to try share it with your friends. Okay, now we have Nabi Madam with us. Hi Nabi, how are you? I'm good. Okay, now over here, just Nabi, you can ask any kind of question related to Tekla structures over here. So first of all, we have to go to concrete in order to model a concrete column. If you are working on the steel, then you will find that in the menu bar, you have a number of options about the steel and the concrete. So over here, we are going to discuss like RCC project. So we will deal with the concrete, and today's session is dedicated to columns. Okay. So over here, first of all, we will have to select the column, then click at any of the intersection point of the grid line. Okay, so you will see that a column has been modeled over here. Okay, now what if you want to create a column over here? Then you can also locate any point and you can simply click it over there. If you are not locating any point, then you can also modify the grid lines. How to do that, how to create the intersection points, that I have covered in the last session. Okay, and I will also share the link of the last session over there. Now let's undo the process and let's stick to this column, or we can have a few more columns also, so that when modified, then you can simply just have a look at it. So first of all, let's discuss about the various properties of the column that we can change. So for that we have this property box over here. So either you can do it from here, like you have to just go ahead to the property box, select the column, and you will see that all the properties of the columns are being visible over here. Or you can simply click on the column and it will open up the properties box over here. So from here you can also change the dimension of the column. Now whenever you are just clicking on any particular column, then you will whenever you are clicking at any portion, then you will find the property of that portion over here. If it is not appearing in your software, then you will find a cube like structure, and you can just click on that and this particular thing will be highlighted. Suppose I am closing it and then I am clicking on it. Okay, then this property box is opening. Now what are the different things that you can change from here? You can change the dimensions. So I will just select the dimension that is already there, or we can also modify the dimensions. So if you will just change it from here, then you will not have to click the modify button that you have to choose if you are modifying it from here. I will also discuss about that one. So let's say I am just making a column of 800 by 400. Then you can see immediately it will be changed. Okay, like 300 by 600 and also 600 by 300. So you can also rotate that according to your requirement. Okay, so let's come to the 400 by 400 column, and if you want to change it from here only, okay, then from here you can just go ahead and select the various things, or you can just enter your desired value. Like if you want to go for a 250 by 250 column, then you can also make the changes from here. So hit enter and you can see this property has been changed. What is the next thing that you can change? You can change the color. So for that you have this different classes. Okay, so you can choose any class from here so that you can easily identify any particular column. So in the class 8 we have this color, in the class 12 we have this color. So like this you can change the classes in order to change the color. Okay, next thing is the start and the end point. So you can see the 00 over here, that represents the point near to the grid line, and this 5000 is the height of the column. You can also see a sign over here which is representing 5000 over here. That means it is the total height of the column, and you can also change it, like I want to make it 7000. Then you have to just click over here. Okay, and you will see that it has been changed to 7000. And if you will just go over here, then you will see what is the difference. So I have not changed this one and I have changed this one, so you can see the difference. If you want to just bring it like below this level, suppose this is your plane 7, this grid line, then what can you do? Suppose your planes level is above the ground level by 1200 mm, so you have to go below 1200, and for that what you can do, you can simply enter minus 1200 over here and then hit enter, and you can see this has been extended below. Okay, so like this you can just make the changes in the column. Now let's see if we have any kind of question. So right now we are not having any kind of question. Okay, we are having Salish with us, and Salish is saying Hindi. I don't why my slabs doesn't appear in Tekla Structures. Okay, okay, no, Nabi is asking ki there his slab is not appearing in Tekla Structures. Then I'm not very much sure. One reason can be that you are providing the not the accurate thickness of the slab. You are providing it just slab with zero thickness. Okay, that may be a possible reason over here, but you will have to check with the software also whether it has been properly installed or not. Next we have Salesh is saying Hindi. Okay, so Salesh, I don't think I'm using a complex English over here, but okay, हम लोग ये सेशन जो है हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में कर सकते हैं. तो जो बेसिक कमांड्स है वो मैं आपको बाइलिंगुअल बताऊंगा, एंड जो इंट्रोडक्शन है वो हम लोग हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में कर सकते हैं. सो सैलेश इस जो सेशन है उसको आप थोड़ा और शेयर कर दीजिए अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, सो डैट मैं भी मोटिवेटेड रहूं कि ओके हमारे पास हिंदी ऑडियंस ज्यादा है, अदरवाइज नॉर्मली यहाँ पे इंग्लिश ऑडियंस होती है. तो अगर आपको लगता है कि ये सेशन इंग्लिश में होना चाहिए या हिंदी में होना चाहिए, तो आप इसको थोड़ा शेयर कर दीजिए, ताकि यहाँ पे हिंदी ऑडियंस और भी आ सके। अपने व्हाट्सएप पे स्टेटस पे शेयर कर सकते हैं आप, या फिर फेसबुक पेज पे शेयर कर सकते हैं, सो दैट यहाँ पे हिंदी ऑडियंस आए एंड मुझे भी लगे कि ओके, आई कैन डील विथ हिंदी ऑडियंस। ओके, एंड गाइज, इफ यू आर फाइंडिंग दिस यूजफुल, देन यू कैन सिंपली हिट द लाइक बटन। नाउ अभी हम लोग आते हैं वापस से कॉलम के मॉडिफिकेशंस के ऊपर। सो व्हाट आर द अदर थिंग्स दैट वी कैन डू विद द कॉलम्स? Okay, so you have this view angle over here. So you can just change the view angles, like from which view you want to see this whole thing. Okay, like we were in the front view, and then we have the isometric view over here. This is the original view, then this is the left one. Okay, then we have the right one and the back, both the sides, front, bottom and the top. Okay, so we will stick to the original view. Okay, and over here you can just highlight which of the things that you want to show or not. So most of the things are from the steel columns, so we are not going to use this. We have not even used the construction lines, like the new construction side over here. Now let's go to the properties box and let's see what are the different things that we can also change in the column. Okay, so basically we have like covered each and everything in this point. Yeah, one more thing was there: position. This position can also be changed from here. Like you can simply rotate the column. I will just make it a like a rectangular column so that you can easily identify the rotation. So let's make this column as 300 by 600, so that when I rotate it, then you can easily identify it. So you can see whenever I am moving on the circle, this column is being rotated. So like this, you can rotate it to any particular angle. Okay, now let's bring it. Three zero over here. Okay, so that it is at its actual position. Okay, now let's see if you have any other comments. So guys, हिंदी चाहिए या इंग्लिश चाहिए, कोई भी लैंग्वेज हम लोग यहाँ पे यूज कर सकते हैं, because this session can be bilingual. And if you have any other question, you can simply leave in the comment section. I am here to answer all of them. So guys, इस सेशन को जितना हो सके उतना लाइक और शेयर कीजिए, ताकि ये सीरीज जो है वो मैं कंटिन्यू कर पाऊँ, क्योंकि मुझे मोटिवेशन इसी से मिलता है। आप लोगों ने स्टार्ट के सेशन को इतने अच्छे से प्यार दिया, इसलिए वो स्टार्ट का सीरीज जो है वो चल पाया। अगर उतना प्यार नहीं मिलता तो ऑब्वियसली वो सीरीज कभी कंप्लीट नहीं होती। तो अगर आप चाहते हैं कि टेक्ला स्ट्रक्चर्स की सीरीज भी कंप्लीट हो उसी तरीके से, उतने ही क्वालिटी के साथ, तो आपको इसे भी उतना ही प्यार देना होगा, उतने ही लाइक्स करने होंगे, उतने ही शेयर करने होंगे, तभी ये सीरीज जो है कंटिन्यू कर पाएगी। अदरवाइज वी विल गो विथ अ डिफरेंट टॉपिक ओवर हियर। ओके, now you can see we have to go for the property change. So over here you can just name it. I have named it column. You can name it anything. You can simply change the profile, and for that you can also choose a profile from here. So you will see if we have a detailed profile over here, and from this we can go for, I will show you what are the different things that we can do. Suppose you are going for a hollow core profile or the concrete profile. So this is the plate profiles over here, and let's say concrete. So we are going to choose the profiles over here. Okay, so like this you can choose the different profiles. Then if you want to go for the circular section, then you can also just define the circular section over here. Okay, like if you want to go for a D500, then click on apply and okay. So like this you can also make the changes from here. Now we are going to bring it back to what it was, that was the rectangular section. And we also have the different profiles, so we have to just look for the like let's make it 300 into 600. Now from here you can just change the grade of the concrete. So like if you are using the M20 grade of concrete, then you can just click on apply and OK. Then you can also change the class. Like if you want to make it class 8, then that will change the color. All you have to do is to either you can hit enter or you can just click on this modify button. Then what are the different things that we can do? Okay, I'm not getting any likes or any comments. So guys, if whether you're finding this session interesting or not, just let me know that, okay, so that I can just know whether it is good or not. Then over here you can see we have these positions. So this position is on the middle, okay, front and the middle. Okay, so let's see what are these doing. So if you are going down and click on modify, then you will see this column is being shifted and it will be much more visible if I am just making it 0. Then now if it will, you will have a look at it, then you will see the difference. Okay, like if you want to make it up and click on modify, then you will see this column is shifting on these directions along this grid line. Okay, now I will just bring it to middle so that it is at the intersection point. So you can use anything according to your convenience. Then comes the rotation. So whether you want to make the rotation from the front and you want to give an angle. Okay, like suppose you are giving it an angle of 70. Then you can see this has been rotated to 70 degree. Okay, like if you want to just rotate it 50, then you can see it has been rotated like this. Now come back to 0. So like this you can just change the rotation angles. Then comes the horizontal. So if I am just going to the left, then it will shift to the left of this particular line. Okay, then if you want to shift it to the right, then you can also shift it to the right and hit enter. But for now we are going to keep it to the middle because that's the way we have to mostly do the things. Then the cast numbering unit. Okay, what is this one? So you can just apply a prefix over here. Like if your column is being made, then you will have to name it something. So you can just apply the prefix, like I am going to use C for the columns, then the number 1, okay, for this one. Okay, so like this you can just number it. Now you can also select whether you want what type of cast unit is this one, whether it is a precast or whether it is cast in place. So I am going to model it for cast in place, but you can also model it for precast. That will be easier for you. Then the deforming, there we have the wrapping, camering and the shortening. So this is not of very much use, but while we are working on the project, then what are the different things that we have over here, we can just learn it from there. Then we have the coordinate system where we can go for the local or the global. And if you have studied the like STAAD Pro series properly, then I have guided you for the difference between those coordinate systems. Okay, now so this was, I guess everything has been covered about the column. Now let's learn one more thing over here in this session. And guys, if you are finding this useful, then please hit the like button because that will motivate me to come live more often on such topics, because this is a topic on which you will find a very few videos even on the YouTubes, or even there are the platforms where you can see that okay, we have all these things but they are not of the good quality, or you can see. So if you are finding this useful, then please hit the like button, okay, so that I can stay motivated with this. Okay, and I do have the viewers now, but the number of the likes is not very much good. And so please hit the like button and also just ask your queries in the comment section. So if you want to learn the recorded session, or you can say you want to just get the training of the Tekla structures properly, then you can also join this recorded session of Tekla structures. Okay, now in the columns we have covered almost each and everything over here. Now let's cover the rendering portion also. So for that we can just go to view, and in the view option you will see that we have a bunch of options and under the rendering. So I am just going to demonstrate it through this model, because over here you will have a better look. Okay, so go to view. Over here is the rendering. So first one is the parts wireframe. So if you have any kind of reinforcement and you want to just visualize that reinforcement properly, then you can just go with parts wireframe view. So here you can easily visualize the reinforcement. Second one is the parts shaded, where you will see that all the beams and the columns are visible and their classes can also be identified. Okay, next thing that we have is the parts grayscale, where you will have something like this. So this will be the appearance over here, and whenever you will go to any particular member, then you can easily identify that member. Okay, so this is just to identify the members. Then we have the parts rendered. So here you will have a like opaque view over here, and this can also be done, that means this rendering portion can also be done using the shortcut keys, like the control 1 is for parts wireframe, control 2 is for parts shaded, and then this view, and then the control 4 is for parts rendered. So you can also do the rendering from here. Okay, and you can also do the rendering using the control buttons. Okay guys, so in today's session what have we have covered, we have covered two basic points. So let's see if you have any comments or questions. So right now we don't have any comments, and the questions we don't have over here. But guys, if you want, if you think that this session is going to be useful and I should continue this live session, then please hit the like button over here, so that I can stay motivated to come live on the Tekla structures also. Now over here, let's sum up whatever the things that we have covered in today's sessions. So first we have learned how you can model a concrete column in Tekla structures. Then we have learned how you can just modify those columns so that it can fit your requirements. So how you can change the size, how you can change the class, and in the upcoming classes we will also learn about how to place the reinforcement in the columns using the apps, and we will also learn about how to do that manually. Okay, if you want to learn each and everything in one go, then you can also just join the live classes of Tekla structures, and also the recorded session is there. So in the description you will find the link of the live classes as well as the recorded session, so you can just join it from there. And the next thing, I will cover each and everything for this Tekla structures. I will try to cover all the basics of Tekla structures in this series also. So if you want me to continue this series, then hit the like button and share it with your friends and colleagues. And do tell me, just come live in the session and tell me whether you want the session in the Hindi or English. Then we can just think about it and we can move ahead. Okay. So guys, that was all for today's session. We will see you in the next session. Till then, just keep learning each and everything that is coming across you in civil engineering. Thank you.